Okay, hi everyone. Good morning. My name is Mona and I am the Communications Coordinator for MBAC. And welcome everyone to today's webinar on how to optimize your Shopify store. Today's session is brought to you by the City of Mississauga, presented by the Mississauga Business Entrepreneur Center. So to start off, I will be reading our land acknowledgement. We acknowledge the lands which constitute the present-day City of Mississauga as being part of the treaty lands and traditional territory of the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation, the Seneca and Attawandaron Wider Haudenosaunee Confederacy, and Huron-Wendat First Nation. We recognize these peoples, the Anishinaabe, the Ojibwe nations within the Haudenosaunee Confederacy, the Huron-Wendat, and all other people who inhabited these lands since time immemorial. The City of Mississauga is home to First Nations, Métis, and Inuit peoples. As a municipality, the City of Mississauga is actively working towards reconciliation by continuing to strengthen our relationship with Indigenous communities. We formally recognize the Anishinaabe origins of our name and continue to make Mississauga a safe space for all Indigenous peoples. A bit more information about MBAC. We are your central source for small business information, resources, and guidance. We are currently providing our support and services remotely, and our hours are from Monday to Friday from 9 to 5. So feel free to reach out to us about any of your small business concerns. We also provide free business information guidance, webinars and workshops, resources and tools, training and mentorship programs, as well as entrepreneurship programs. And more information can be found at mississauga.ca/MBAC. If you'd like to view more webinars and workshops such as this one, we do have recorded presentations that are available on our site, thefutureisunlimited.ca/small business/training, webinars, and workshops. Our team of business consultants is here to help. So we have John Lam, who is our entrepreneurship and innovation specialist, as well as Susan Lovelace, who is our small business consultant. Their contact information can be found on this slide. Again, just some more contact information for MBAC. So you can reach us through email at mbec@mississauga.ca, our phone number, which is 905-615-4460, as well as our website, which is mississauga.ca/MBAC. If you'd like to find us on social media, we can be found at Mississauga EDO on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. We do offer our business advisory services as well, and they are also provided remotely. Some of our services include legal services, the accounting services, business operations, sales strategies, digital marketing, as well as our scale-up services. Again, more information can be found at thefutureisunlimited.ca/small business/business advisory. So a bit more about one of the programs that we do offer, which is the Starter Company Plus program. This program, the applications do open up in July 2022. This program offers free training in business skills, free mentorship and guidance, the opportunity to apply for a program grant of up to $5,000. Again, more information can be found at mississauga.ca/Starter Company Plus. Another program we offer is the Summer Company Program. This is for 15 to 29-year-olds who have a business idea. So the Summer Company Program can help you launch and develop your own summer business through free business training, mentorship, and it offers the opportunity to receive a grant of up to $3,000 to help get your business started. So applications for this program do open up in March 2022, and more information can be found in the meantime at mississauga.ca/young entrepreneurs. At this time, I would like to introduce today's panelists. We have Sahana, who is our DMS project coordinator, as well as Emanuela, who is a part of our digital service squad.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Mona. As Mona mentioned, just once again, my name is Sahana, and I am the project coordinator for Digital Main Street program here at the city. And here with me today is Emanuela, who is part of the digital service squad, and she is part of this program that we have here. It's called the Digital Main Street program. So a little bit about the Digital Main Street program. So the Digital Main Street program is designed for brick and mortar businesses to help them really digitize their business and move online. So if you are a brick and mortar business looking to grow your business online, we offer free digital assessment of your business. We help to enhance your online business presence, provide free one-on-one guidance, resources, and recommendation on growing digitally. So if you are a brick and mortar business here at the city, please feel free to sign up by visiting us at mississauga.ca/digital main street. And like today, we have a few more webinars coming up. We have one on how to use TikTok for your small business, how to use MailChimp, and how to optimize your Google My Business. So if you are interested in any of these webinars, please do feel free to sign up. You can find links to these events at thefutureisunlimited.ca/small business/training webinars workshops. And lastly, a few reminders for today's session. Audio is available for speakers and panelists only. Camera display is available for speaker and panelists only. This session is being recorded and available after today's session. Please use chat area to offer comments and ask questions. Please put to all panelists. And lastly, today's presentation, resources, and a feedback survey will be emailed to attendees following today's session. So without further ado, for today's webinar, Emanuela will be speaking on how to optimize your Shopify store. Take it away, Emanuela.
Thank you for that, Sahana. Hi, everyone. Morning. So today we'll be discussing about how to optimize your store, your Shopify store for sales. And we'll just get into the presentation right now. Second. Okay, can everyone see my screen? Okay, perfect. Okay, so today we'll be discussing about how to optimize your Shopify store for sales. And before we begin, my name is Emanuela Okun, and I am your Digital Service Squad member for the Cooksville area for the city of Mississauga. And also, as we get into this presentation, a fun fact about me is that I do run my own small business on Shopify. So this webinar will be very beneficial for a lot of small businesses trying to convert their maybe forefront store into like an e-commerce site. So for today, we'll be going over what we'll be learning today. So we'll be talking about why you should choose Shopify as your primary e-commerce platform, how to optimize your online store using Shopify apps, and we'll also be going through a live demo of how to install your Shopify apps, and we'll be having key takeaway sessions and additional resources for you to help you understand how to optimize your Shopify store even more, and then we'll have a Q&A session. Also, before we step into this presentation, I would like you all to know that we did have a part one of the Shopify of how to like set up your Shopify store, which was on January 11th. So if you did miss that webinar, we do have replay links as well on our Digital Main Street website. So first of all, we'll be giving you a rundown of what Shopify is. So Shopify is an e-commerce platform intentionally built for you to increase your online sales. So it's really important to know that Shopify it's like an e-commerce platform created with the intention of small businesses like you in mind. So it's a platform already set for e-commerce purposes, which makes it very, very beneficial for you if you're trying to sell things online. And also, it's important to know that Shopify is designed to help scale both small, medium, and big-sized business. This simply means whatever stage you are in your business at the moment, Shopify can stay with you on the long run. So whether you're a small business, you're a medium business, and even a lot of big retailers use Shopify to host their e-commerce platform. So it's not a platform where you would start from and then you might want to switch. So if you're sticking with Shopify, it will be with you for the long haul, mainly because they have different plans that might cater to your business's needs. Also, it's important to know that Shopify is a beginner-friendly platform for individuals that are not tech-savvy. So when it comes to running an e-commerce store, it might seem very tedious and it may seem very overwhelming, but with platforms like Shopify, it's very beginner-friendly, and it's something that you as a small business owner it's good for you to also navigate through this platform, mainly because let's say if you want to delegate this to someone else, at least you have the knowledge of Shopify. And with Shopify, if you're not really tech savvy, it's a very great platform to also start off with. Before we move forward, it's also important to know that when trying to run an e-commerce store, that you evaluate your options before selecting any e-commerce platform. There are thousands of e-commerce platforms to choose from, but it's very important to be very mindful and picky of which one you would use to start your business or launch your e-commerce store, because every business has different needs. So this is very important to understand. So we'll be going through a rundown of what exactly is Shopify in case you don't know what Shopify is, or you just need a better understanding of the e-commerce platform. So from a Shopify source, it says that Shopify is the third largest online retailer in the United States, following Amazon and eBay. With this type of statement, this just goes to show how influential the e-commerce platform has been itself, which actually started in about 2016. So it's still fairly new. So it's important to see that a lot of online retailers, like it's competing with like one of the top most online retailers, which is what makes people want to sell their items on Shopify. Also, Shopify is the world's largest community of entrepreneurs supporting other entrepreneurs. So with an e-commerce platform like this, you would find out that a lot of the people surrounded or in the platform, and a lot of people who contribute to the platform are entrepreneurs themselves, which makes it a lot easier for small businesses like you to convert to Shopify, because everything there has been created intentionally. So the platform itself has already been formatted in a way that it will make sales easy for you to make, and it would allow you to drive more traffic and sales, which is what we'll really be diving into in this presentation today. So for our focus today on optimizing your Shopify store, we'll be discussing Shopify apps. So this is a very important thing to know when trying to start off with Shopify, because this is key in ensuring that you can have long-lasting sales and you can always have repeat customers coming into your store. So what are Shopify apps? Shopify apps are free and paid e-commerce plugins that you can use to grow your business, improve your marketing, sales, and social media strategy. Shopify apps can be found on Shopify's App Store website. So Shopify apps is what we'll be diving in today, and I will be giving you a rundown of the best Shopify apps to use when trying to optimize your Shopify store and what you should be mindful of. So over here, this is actually how the Shopify app marketplace looks like. So it's basically a marketplace filled with a bunch of apps created by either Shopify or third-party developers for you as a business owner to optimize your Shopify store. So when we do get into the live demo later on in this presentation, you'll see how to actually install them and how to even get to this page from your Shopify store. So a quick stats for you. It's important to know that there are about 4,200 plus and counting Shopify apps currently on the Shopify App Store. A recent study shows that 87% of Shopify merchants are like small business owners like yourself, rely on Shopify apps to run their business. As of May 2020, Shopify announced that there are about 4,200 plus apps present in the Shopify App Store. This is something you wouldn't want to miss out on, because it just goes to show how influential these apps are and the type of results you can get if the right ones are selected for your Shopify store. Once again, the apps will differ depending on the type of business you have, but for the purpose of today's presentation, we'll be focusing on apps that any type of business in whatever niche can use. So today we'll be talking about how to optimize your Shopify store as well as customize your online Shopify store with these Shopify apps. We'll be going over 3 key areas that can result in making sales when selecting apps for your Shopify store. The first point will be increasing brand loyalty and trust, which is crucial for making sales, improving your customers' online experience, because with the poor customer experience, you won't be able to capture the attention of your customers. And then we'll be going over increasing customer engagement. So for these three key areas, we're going to be dividing them into which apps you will need to achieve these goals. So the first example is for increasing brand loyalty and trust. So we'll be going over three important apps that you can use to increase brand loyalty and trust, which can also result in making sales in the long run. And also, it's important for you all to know that these apps over here in our presentation, you can actually get redirected to them when you click on them. So when you do get like a replay of this presentation or the PDF file, these are clickable links. So if you want to download them for your store, you can do so as well. So we'll be going over three apps, which we'll be discussing in the next slide. So increasing brand loyalty and trust is very crucial for an e-commerce store and any type of business in general. So for today, we'll be going over these three apps. So to increase brand loyalty and trust, we have the Judge Me Review app. So with this type of app, you can use this app to convert new customers to paying customers, as well as convert old customers to returning customers. That just goes to say that as an e-commerce store, it's important for you to embrace customer reviews, because customer reviews is something a lot of business owners tend to neglect. And when you prioritize customer reviews, it will do your business a lot of good in the long run, because it automatically serves as a quick tactic for you to convince your new and old customers why they should shop from you. So it's very important to collect these reviews. Another app from the Shopify App Store we have is called Section Feed. And for this app, the main aim of this is to build social proof for your website. And the specific social media platform the Section Feed platform like focuses on is Instagram. So if you ever wondered how like some businesses have like their Instagram feed on their store, this is an app that can help achieve that. So you can build social proof so that your customers know that you're a legit store and that you actually have a customer base on social media. This builds trust as well. Another app from the Shopify App Store is also called geolocation. So with this app, you can give your customers, either existing or new customers, the opportunity to shop in your different currencies. Because I'm sure you go to a store and you notice that it automatically determines that you're in this specific country. So if you'd like to have a feature like that, you can download the geolocation app. It's also important for you to know that the apps we'll be discussing in this presentation are all free. They all have free plans. So it's a perfect way to start optimizing your Shopify store immediately. You don't need to pay. The next point is about improving your customers' online experience. This is very crucial if you want to retain like a lot your existing customers in the long run, because it's important to know that when having like an e-commerce store, that your having repeat buyers is very crucial to the growth of your store. So we'll be going over 4 important apps that can help you achieve improving your customers' online experience. So the first one is called Frequently Bought Together. I'm sure most of us are familiar with Amazon, and like how on Amazon, whenever you are about to shop or add something to your cart, there are like apps, there's like a section where it recommends additional products that you can mix with what you already have going on in your cart. So this Amazon-like feature creates like product recommendations. And I would like you all to view this Frequently Bought Together app as like a virtual assistant for you, because you don't need to physically be present to convince your customers that they need to add on to their cart. So having these type of apps intentionally putting on your website would get more people to spend more while saving at the same time, because of course, especially if you have like a lot of products on your website, some customers won't get the opportunity to check all through. But having these upselling or cross-selling type of apps, and by upselling and cross-selling, this simply means you're you're just automatically recommending and giving your customer ideas on what they can mix and match your product with, this would be very beneficial for making automatic sales online. Also, we have Bundle Bear, and with Bundle Bear, this app gives your customers a chance to build their own order using items listed on your website. For Bundle Bear, this can be used in any type of industry. For example, an industry that could use this is like a bakery. For example, if you'd like your customers to maybe personalize their cake or something like that, having Bundle Bear is very beneficial for them as well. So another app is called Size Guides and Charts, which is called ESC. So this particular type of app is beneficial for businesses who have like size charts, or they basically want to create like a table in their product page. So rather than going maybe to Microsoft Word or Excel to curate like a tabular chart, this type of app, basically you would just have to like input your information on the app, and it will save you a lot of time because you don't need to start creating your tabular chart on maybe another platform and then uploading it to maybe your Shopify store, for instance. So that's a really good app to improve your customers' online experience, because this way you're educating them on maybe their sizing and what sizing you would recommend to them if they're shopping with you. Another app is called Session Recording and Replay. So this app is perfect if you want to watch like a live recording of how your customers navigate through your store. Yes, it's one thing to have like a website, but it's also important to know how your customers are actually engaging with your content. So this app is perfect if you want to know if there are like broken links on your website, so you can also know what products customers land on when they come to your website. So having like an app like this is very beneficial for your business when it comes to e-commerce. Also, this is another stat for you, and this also goes to show how important like a customer's online experience is crucial in making sales. So it's important to know that 58% of shoppers stop shopping from an online store due to poor customer experience. So like we previously discussed, it's important that when selecting these apps, that we're very intentional, and we should have the mindset of selecting these apps so that your customers can have a good experience, because it's one thing for them to land on your store, but if they're having issues trying to navigate, this can turn them off and they might not want to shop with you. So it's important to take customer experience, like customer online experience, very serious when trying to optimize your Shopify store. Our last point for today is examples of Shopify apps for increasing customer engagement. So we have 3 apps on this list, and we'll be discussing them in the next slide. So the first app is called Automatically Emails and Pop-ups. And once again, I want you all to know that these apps that are being recommended are very beneficial for small businesses. So with Automatically Emails and Pop-ups, this is a free and low-cost 30-in-1 marketing app that helps you grow your mailing list, make announcements, as well as retain customers. So if you're looking for like an all-in-one app that basically captures your customers' emails, their phone numbers, that can send them like maybe cart abandonment, and basically just keep them engaged so that they don't forget you as a business, Automatically Emails and Pop-ups can get the job done for you, because it's very, very beginner friendly, unlike most email marketing apps, and it's already integrated with Shopify, so you don't need to go to like a third party website and try to integrate it to Shopify. It's just all in one. So once you install it, you can have the feature to like market to your customers easily. Another app is SMS Bump, and with SMS Bump, if you're looking to dive into like text marketing, maybe because you see that your customers are not opening their emails and you want to connect with them on a more personal level, SMS Bump is very good because you can use it to build brand loyalty with your customers through texting them. And you can also use this to send like targeted messages to specific customers. So let's say you want to send text messages to customers in Ontario or customers in Quebec, something like that. With text marketing, you can segment and you can like divide your text list into that type of format. And then the last app that we'll be discussing for today is Back in Stock and Restock Alerts. So in order to increase customer engagement, it's important for us to build what is called FOMO, FOMO, which means fear of missing out. So with an app like Back in Stock and Restock Alerts, it gives you a chance to understand what items get sold out the most and what items your customers would be interested in getting. So you can use this as, I would say you can use this as a way to know what you need to invest in more, like what you need to bring back, as opposed, because as a small business, we do have like strict budgets. So it's very important that we're making good decisions when trying to serve our customers. So with an app like Back in Stock and Restock Alert, you can pay more attention to what is in demand rather than just like restocking things like randomly, for instance. So now we're down to the key takeaways from this presentation, because there were a lot of things we discussed today that would be very beneficial for any type of business model. So for the first takeaway is Shopify is designed for scaling any business size. The second key takeaway for today is Shopify apps are key to growing an e-commerce store, not just any type of store, e-commerce, because these apps are intentionally put in there to optimize your Shopify store. The third key takeaway for today is Shopify's platform is created for small businesses in mind. And then the last key takeaway for today is Shopify provides apps intentionally created to boost online sales. And before we go into the live demo, I wanted you all to know that we do have additional resources that you can use to also further the apps that you've installed on your website. So I have additional resources for you to use for your Shopify store, and more additional resources. So when you do get access to this presentation, you can always click on them and it will redirect you to the correct page. And now it's time for the live demo. So we will be I'll be showing you how to install like one Shopify app that we've discussed to your Shopify app store. So that's what we'll be doing right now. This page right now. Okay, perfect. Okay, so we'll just go back again. Sorry about that. So we're now at the back end of Shopify. So based on our previous webinar, we did go over how to get into this page. This is how the backend would look like. It typically looks different depending on if Shopify updates your system, but as of right now, this is what the backend looks like. And on the side, you can see that there are a bunch of text here. So for the purpose of this presentation, we'll be going to apps, we're already on the app section, and this is how we will be installing our Shopify app. So here it says customize your store. So depending on what time you're maybe coming into the Shopify app store or you're trying to download your app, it's important to know that this can change. So as of right now, it says customize your store, but just always know if you ever need to download like a Shopify app or install it, you go to the app section and then you go to customize your store. So when we go to customize your store, it leads to this page, and this is the Shopify App Store as we spoke about in the presentation. So this is where we'll be downloading our Judge Me Reviews app. That was the first app we discussed in our presentation. This would give you a better understanding of how the apps will appear, and will also show you like an actual store that uses this reviews app. So we're just going to go to the Search Apps tab here, and then we're going to type in Judge Me Apps, Judge Me Review over here. As you can see, there are a lot of apps that would come up whenever you type like the name of an app. But for the purpose of this presentation, we're going to be doing Judge Me, and with this, you can actually see how many reviews it has, and it's a review app. So it's important for us to pay attention to like the reviews that people leave of apps. It kind of gives you an idea of what to expect before you actually download the app. And then now this is the Judge Me product review. And even before downloading the app, you can actually watch a video tutorial on how the app, what the app like is going to achieve for your store. And you can also see like a brief overview of what the app is all about here. And then you even get the opportunity to see like screenshots of the app and how it's like helping stores like boost online sales, which is the main goal. And then it also gives you like a full description of the app. So basically the Shopify App Store is like a sales, it's technically like a sales page, but in this case, apps are in the marketplace. So we're just going to go over the Judge Me review and how to install it. So this is what it will look like when you're trying to install an app. And you also have the option to view a demo store to just see how it looks, but this is something we'll discuss later. So we would go to Add App. And it's important to know that if you want to have access to your Shopify, like if you want to download these apps, you need to make sure you're logged in to your Shopify store so you can download these apps. You can actually do this without logging in, but it just means when you get to the App Store, you would need to still put in your Shopify information. I would always recommend that you're already logged in here on the back end so you can just easily like install these apps. So when you click on Add App from the previous slide that we just did, you would get like an alert like this, and then you would go down and click on Install App. So when you click on Install App, it will take you to the page of the app. So this just shows that the app is actually installed. And if you want to see the list of apps you have, you go to apps, which is what we'll do after this. So for the purpose of this presentation, this app was selected because you don't need to do any form of coding or you don't need to do anything manually. The app itself can install the reviews widget for you. So you have the option to install the app with the Judge Me Reviews app team, or you install it by yourself. But I would recommend always, if the app gives you like an option to install it with them, because that's what their support is there for. So you always need to click on let them do it themselves, because if it involves things like coding, programming, or any technical thing, it's just best to leave it to the app developers to do that. So we're going to click on installation, and then we'll click on start installation. And then we'll just follow the prompts because everything is already check mark. And then it's asking us where we want to put the app. So we're just going to put the app on our store. And now it's going to put the widget in our store. So now we're going to see how the app looks, or how the feature we just downloaded looks like. So this is just a demo store. I'm going to show you a demo store of how the reviews widget looks like, and also like an actual store. So this is like a product page, and we can see now, because we didn't do it manually and the app just did it for us, we just see that the review section is here. And the good thing about this is that the app knows where to place the reviews for you, just based on the type of Shopify store you have. So you have the option to do this, and you even have the option to customize the color of this if you want to reflect your brand, which is very important. So this is how it looks like on a demo store. On an actual store, I would show you how it looks as well. So let's go over here. So we're just going to go here. So on an actual store, the reviews app would look like this. Just going to load that page. So with the Judge Me Review apps, you have two formats. You can actually create those widgets for each product, or you can actually create a page that just showcases all your reviews like this business has done here. So this is from the Judge Me Reviews app. And with this app, why I put this as a demo is because it would be very beneficial to your business in the long run, because with the app, you can send automated messages through emails to your customers to leave reviews on your website. So this can be, you can set it to be maybe 10 days after they purchased or 5 days after they purchased, depending on you. So that's one good thing about the app. So it's very important for us to see the importance of reviews like this, because when a customer who hasn't been to your website comes here, they can see that, okay, people are talking about your products, and in the long run, they can convert to paying customers. So I'm just going to go back to the Shopify app just so you can see that now the app will appear here because we just downloaded it. And the more you download, like any type of app you download, you're going to see it pop up here when you download them. So for if you want to also delete this, you can delete it. If you want to get support, you can click here to get support. Let's say you're having issues with the app you downloaded, you can connect directly with the app developer themselves, because Shopify would not be able to assist you with this. So it would be the app creators. But if, let's say, the app was created by Shopify, let's say this section says by Shopify, then Shopify would be able to help you. So that's what we have for the apps. And I do hope that you've been able to learn a few things about creating apps, about installing apps with the Shopify App Store. So now we're open to getting questions, if you have any questions. Thank you.
Okay, amazing. Thank you so much for that presentation. And as Emmanuel has mentioned, we are now open to any questions, so please feel free to use the chat area to submit all your questions. Okay, so to start, are these apps free or paid? And if it's paid, what's the monthly cost?
Okay, perfect. Thank you for that question. So for the purpose of this presentation, all the apps that were listed all have free plans. So they're all free. But if you wanted to like upgrade your plan for the apps, you can do so as well. So to see the actual prices, because the prices will vary for each app if it did have like a paid version, on the Shopify App Store that we just did a live demo on, it would include the plans underneath on that page. So if it had a paid plan, it would show you what the paid plan comes with and things like that. So, but all the apps that were listed today are all free, just to make, because I know not everyone would want a paid version of the app. So you have the opportunity to use it for free. For most of them are free for an unlimited time. So that's another good thing.
Awesome. And as a follow-up to that, will installing these apps slow down the website at all?
Yeah, so some of these apps can slow down, like it could cause your website to be slow, but then again, that's why we need to be very intentional of like which ones we're selecting. And I know that most people may say that they don't want to have these many apps because it may make your website slow. But then again, your website will not be 100% fast, but as long as you're downloading these apps like intentionally because you're trying to achieve a goal, which is to either improve your customers' experience or make sales or just retain them, you would need these apps in the long run. So what can help maybe reduce the speed of your website would be like maybe resizing your images, using less videos, things like that, because you would need the apps to keep your store running. But I do agree that it could make it slow, but you just have to be very mindful of which ones you're installing.
And to add to that, is there a free calendar app that's available?
Um, not that I know of, but I believe if you just go to the Shopify App Store and maybe select calendar, you can you'll probably find like a bunch of list of calendar apps. And also it depends on what you want to use it for. Is it like for bookings or things like that? You will just have to, okay, a booking, okay. Yeah, there's a booking app. Yes, there's a booking app.
Okay, perfect. Next question. Can business owners run a reward points program on Shopify?
Yes, that's a very good question. Yes. So personally, I do have like experience with one of their apps for rewards. It's called Smile Rewards. That's what I would recommend. It's free and it's a good loyalty program to start off like with for like a small business because your customers get to earn points and then redeem them. So it's called Smile, Smile Rewards. So it's on the Shopify App Store and it's free.
Okay, awesome. And I guess this is more of a generic question, but how do you increase your sales and get more traffic to your website?
Okay, perfect. So as we discussed in this presentation, you can see that apps are key. So it's important that you're installing apps that you can cross-sell and upsell to your customers, which means like recommending products. Like you don't need to be physically present, just like how you would be in like a physical store, how like you go shopping and you have like a sales associate like recommending products to you. You should have these same features on your online store. So the main idea is to convert like a physical storefront to be virtual. So the same characteristics of a physical store, you would need to bring them into your online store using things like apps, which is why the main focus of this presentation was on apps. So I would recommend doing that. And for some more general tips, you can focus on like optimizing your product page. I did include a additional resource link so you can learn how to optimize your page, because once you have the right keywords on your product page, you can Google can catch that and could always recommend your products to people maybe searching for that online. And you can also use more text, like creating like a blog on your website, because this will also help with free traffic. So the more maybe articles or blog posts you have on your e-commerce store, which is something Shopify provides, you can also get free traffic from there, as well as social media. Always like redirecting your customers from maybe Instagram, Twitter, anywhere you use onto your online store. So it's like everything is like connected. So you're not just doing one specific thing, it's multiple things to drive traffic.
Cool. And just another reminder to our participants, we are here till 11 a.m. So feel free to continue sending your questions in through the chat. Okay, so moving on. How do you link your Shopify button to an existing Squarespace platform website to attract more selling opportunities and a wider audience?
Okay, perfect. So I do know that a lot of businesses may have other platforms, like you said, like Squarespace, where they sell things, or maybe WordPress or something like that. Shopify has it's called a sales channel, and that sales channel is called buy button. So it's BUY, then buy button. So if you wanted to also cross sell your product on other stores that are not Shopify, you can use that button and you can install that in, like, let's say your Squarespace site, if you wanted to sell things already on your Shopify store on like your Squarespace, for instance. But it's important to know that installing this buy button means that there would be some fees attached, meaning like since you are not selling directly on Shopify, you're using like another external platform, it would cost to, like, transact those type of sales. So I just wanted you to keep that in mind if you're trying to do that.
Okay, awesome. Um, all right. So someone is saying that they need more help getting their Shopify up and running, and they're not sure who to contact.
Okay.
They started with the Shop Here program, but I guess they weren't able to complete that through them.
Okay. Okay. So if you do have an existing Shopify store, like you just mentioned, you started off with Shop Here, and if you do have it already set up, you can actually connect with the DSS members. If you're in the Mississauga area, you can connect with us and we can you have up to 4 hours of free consultation with us, and we can definitely assist with that. And also, it's important to know that as DSS members, we do provide these types of consultations to, let's say, like businesses with a physical storefront that would also need assistance with your Shopify store. But if you let's say you don't have a Shopify store, sorry, if you don't have a physical store, but you still need that support, you can still connect with us and we would give you the right person of contact to do so.
And just to add to it, so just to reiterate what Manuel mentioned, so our Digital Main Street program is targeted towards Main Street businesses with a storefront. And if you're trying to sort of transform or digitize your business, we kind of come in to provide that support. However, if you are not and if you would like to contact us, by all means, visit mississauga.ca/digital main street, and you'll be able to sign up for the program. However, if you would like even more support, I believe even Shopify provides really great customer service and customer support, so contacting them is also another great option. But happy to connect with us, so feel free to reach out to us as well.
Yep. And if your website is unfinished through the Shop Here program, I would just contact your e-commerce coordinator again. Sorry, but they would be more than happy to assist you with that. Because usually they do go through the process and then they kind of wrap it up. And but yeah, it might just be a mistake. But yeah, I would reach out to the e-commerce coordinator again. So someone just asking a follow-up question to that. So the e-commerce coordinator is the one who initially reached out to you regarding the Shop Here program. So whoever you had contact with throughout the process, that would be your coordinator. All right. So again, just a reminder, we are here till 11 a.m. So again, feel free to just send in questions to the chat area, and we're more than happy to help. Okay, and a follow-up question again to that. So yes, the e-commerce coordinator is the one who helped set up your store on Shopify. Okay, so at this time, as we do not have any more questions that are coming through the chat, we are more than happy to wrap this up a bit earlier. So again, we do have a few more Digital Main Street webinars that are coming up in this month. So we've got the How to Use TikTok for Your Small Business, which is coming up on January 19th, How to Use MailChimp on January 26th, and How to Optimize for Your Google My Business page on February 2nd. So again, you can sign up and register for those webinars at thefutureisunlimited.ca/small business/training webinars and workshops. So Emanuela, thank you so much for the presentation, and thank you so much everyone for attending today's webinar. And yeah, we hope to see you again on January 19th for the How to Use TikTok for Your Small Business.
Thank you, everyone.